It has been far too long since I last did one of these, but I am back with some more Bionicle retro reviews. Hello everyone, RobeTheMatoran here. Today, we're looking at set number 8625, Umbra or Umbra, depends on how you want to say it. This set contains 179 pieces, and this was a Walmart exclusive back in 2006, and it retailed for just $25. But if you want to buy one today, you're paying for a used one $75, and a new one is like $215. So you're paying a lot just to get him brand new seal, which I don't think is really worth. But we'll find that out today. Umbra was a ancient and dedicated warrior in guarding the Mask of Life. He was the first being ever tasked with guarding the Mask of Life. At one point he did get into a skirmish with the Bionicle, but Motoro thankfully was able to defeat him. Now, quickly looking at the box, it's just a simple image of Umbra standing by the stairs. That's what he's guarding, where this Mask of Light is at. And they have a quick little symbol at the bottom, which is just, or logo, I should say, it's just his name and his mask and the two blades or whatever. And then on the back of the box is just one action pose of him, and they're showing off the features. He has glow-up eyes, a Ratuka spinner. I think he's the last person to have a Ratuka spinner, but regardless, he has two light up weapons, which is just a reused piece of Motoro and Huki, I believe. So it's just reused pieces, which they kind of had a different mold and different colors. I mean, that would have been really cool, but regardless, simple box, nothing too special about it. Outside the box, you would have gotten 4 numbered bags, but clearly this is not a brand new sealed set, so you're just greeted with some instruction manuals that I have actually, and it's pretty average, nothing really new except for a few advertising material with the Bionicle game on there, Bionicle Heroes, and just some website stuff, so, and some advertisements for the Bionicle, but that's really about it. It's nothing really unique or special about it, so. After a really simple build and very quick one at that, Umbra is complete, and he looks, well, kind of mediocre a little bit, so let's dive in. So, first off, the color scheme is okay. I don't hate it. Like, the green and yellow is really good, but I think there's a bit too much silver, because this is when LEGO really went home with the silver look. And I know they have the darker colors, except for, you know, some of the Keto Orange on there, but it's not a lot. So, the color scheme is not too bad. However, the overall design is kind of, well, it's not the worst, but it's definitely not good. And I want to say I like it, but then when you really look into the nitty gritty of it, it's not particularly like the greatest. It's not really something I would say you must get. It's kind of a very weird build. And starting off, I want to look at the wheels. The wheel feet things are just some of the weirdest things I have ever seen a Bionicle ever have for feet. And I know they was trying to make it look cool and be like, oh, well, look at him, he can roll and go really fast because he goes faster than the speed of light or whatever, but that's not really how it works in actual reality. Actual reality in physics, that doesn't work that well, because I've tried several times to get him to roll and he can only go maybe like 2 inches and he will promptly fall over, and it's not really good. I think they should have thought of something else, or maybe just made the wheels a bit more stable, but they really didn't. They just kind of cobbled something together and said, there you go. Moving a bit further along, we get to his legs, and this is the first Titan set of this year, for at least for my reviews, and we're introduced to the leg pistons. I would like to call them the leg braces, which is these kind of cool things at the back of the legs to give them a bit more stability, and I think this is a great addition to add to the Titans moving forward, because I know you know, they use these a lot more and continue to use them for many years to come with the Titans, and it's pretty good, but I feel like it works for some of the Titans, and other Titans it kind of hinders them a bit. And I feel like Umbra is one of the ones that it kind of hinders, because since he has the really unstable wheels, he is really hard to get him to stand right or pose, because, well, his wheels are really unstable, and then the pistons or leg braces kind of hold him back a lot. And I would say that's it's kind of bad. Okay, now we can move on into the functions, and one of the major cons is that when you move the little piece to hold the Ratuka spinner, it kind of falls out. The Ratukas kind of don't hold in there very well anyway, because Ratukas are infamously known for their very unstable positioning, and you have to have something to hold it. But I think the little claw piece they had to include to hold it still doesn't work all that well. But I mean, it's better than nothing, but I'm not too crazy about it being there, because I think Ratuka spinners are kind of lame and stupid, and I don't know why they gave it to him. I guess they just try to make him a bit cooler to be like, okay, he has stuff going on, but there's really no need to. He also has the light up weapons, which I am going to demonstrate right here. So you can see that they got up pretty good. It's just a red and blue color, because these are Motoro's and Huki's weapons, so not much specialty there. And while still looking at the staff, I think this is a really weird design to have, and it makes his arms really stiff. So this is not a good thing, but this is the only way it could work, because if you take it off, his arms are, yeah, he's free moving, but it's just that the whole effect doesn't really work. And then the Ratuka spinner, where's that gonna go? Because it just doesn't really look all that good. I don't really like the staff build, but I mean, it's cool for what it is, because two blades and they light up, and it's like he has this huge like staff that he's using. It's cool. The idea is cool. The idea they had for it is good, but I just don't think it was well executed very well, because then this in turn makes his arms really stiff. He can't move, and it does not help with his shoulder pieces, which is just a recolor of Bahatu Nuva's like claw weapon things and Keyed Orange, which that's a really cool piece. I think that it's really cool for that. It's like recolors. This set has some great recolors, by the way. I forgot to mention that, but he has great recolors. But by me saying that, still, it restricts his movement. So he has practically no arm articulation. But if you remove those parts, yeah, he can move. But you really don't want to do that, because that takes away from the actual set. So you really can't enjoy his full articulation. Now, last but certainly not least, we're going to talk about the mask and his weird shoulders. Well, I already mentioned it before. It's just Bahatu Nuva's weapons and Keyed Orange, which is cool. But he has these tubes on the back, and his neck, like his back is kind of bad, because it's just this big, long, like cylinder thing where his head connects, and it kind of don't look good. But I feel like, of course, that was the only way they could do it, but I don't think it looks good. So I'm not really a big fan of that, because it looks like his neck is really thin. He has like a pencil neck. It's the tiniest thing I've ever seen, but that's the only way he could really have like the shoulders coming off, like the shoulder armor like that coming off. But it's just it's decent, but I don't think it really looks all that good, at least from the back. The front, it looks decent, but from the back, it's kind of rough. And now, gonna talk about the mask, and the mask is the absolute most disappointing thing possible, because why would they keep giving us this mask? We've seen this mask already in this year alone. It's crazy. It's just the same Kanohi Ruru mask, like the Great Ruru mask or whatever it's called, and it's just the same mask, and it's not even like it's a recolor. It could have at least been a recolor, but since they didn't do that, they should have just did a different mask mold. But they just went really cheap with it and just said, here you go, here's a mask that we probably have way too many of, and slap it on him, because we don't know what to do with these masks, because we made way too many. Really bad, because I think they could have went with a new mold, or at least recolor the mask. And when you see it, when you see all of them together, like we already got this mask with Wanua in 2004, but to see this mask again in 2006, just like a year later, two sets distinctly have it. It's like, what was LEGO thinking? Final thoughts. What do I think of this set, and what is my final score? Well, I think this set is pretty darn average. I think this set is a pretty easy skip. If you're not a diehard Bionicle fan, you could probably skip this set and not even get it, or unless you want to get him for the recolored parts, but you can probably just bricklink it, so there's no need to actually even get him. So I would not recommend getting brand new. I hardly recommend getting him used because he's not really worth getting. So my final score on him is a 5.4. So he's pretty bad. He's like one of the lowest ones that I've reviewed in a while. So I would not really jump in to go get him because he's not really worth anything. He's all these parts you can literally get elsewhere and build him. If you have like a really big like spare parts bin, you could probably just build him like that. You don't need to even buy this set. This is feel like a really easy, quick like cash grab from Walmart. Actually, Walmart just said, hey, whip up a set for us, like an exclusive set specifically for us, for then we can have something that the kid's gonna want to buy. So yeah, I don't think this is a good set. So 5.4 is my score. Tell me what yours is down in the comments because I read every single comment. And with that, I will bid you all adieu.